is how we roll every day in the last couple of days because of what's going on in Nigeria since the election. Since February 25th, Nigerians felt disenfranchised. They feel the feeling of deprivation, the feeling of being suppressed, being submerged, being completely vilified, and also the mandate stolen from them. You know, in 21st century, when the hallmark of democracy is all we have, and this is why we have continued to demonstrate peacefully in a friendly, the most peaceful protest ever in Nigeria's history. And we've been at this for the last 34, right? Yeah, days now, and we're not even about to get tired. This is incredible, you know, and so we're here today to continue in the same vein because so much is happening. And today, I mean, we even have much and different angles to look at given what's going on here. Nigeria seems to be a specialist in cloning our leaders, and it's something that has given a lot of great concern to people. You know, I don't know where to begin from there, but today, as we sit here, we can tell that INEC's presidential select is not who Nigerians voted for across board, and therefore the agitation and the advocacy and the mobilization in ensuring that May 29 does not finally bury the little we have on democracy in Nigeria, you know, and therefore we have been here shouting, screaming, praying, ensuring that democracy is not finally killed in our nation in Nigeria. We've been to the UN, we've been to the EU, we've been to the Justice, the Supreme, what's it called, of justice in Nigeria, you know, the courts. We've been there. We've also touched base with different institutions from the INEC to the National Assembly and other places to make our case known, aside all the international communities that we have visited with, to ensure that we register not just our grievances, but to also communicate our demands and what we need and what we're asking for. And so today we're here, as always, to continue to register all the things that have gone wrong, you know, with the 2023 general election. We're asking for a total cancellation of that election and to also return back our mandate. We're asking that the man who has bastardized the institution of INEC like never seen before in the history of Nigeria be arrested, be sacked, be prosecuted and jailed in Nigeria. And we're asking that since we're not a zoo and we're not an animal kingdom, that we can have a Nigeria where people were chased out of their polling booths. As a matter of fact, people were burnt in Kano, people were shot in River State. And a lot of havoc and criminality took place in Lagos and other flashpoints around the country. We're asking for a setup of Truth and Reconciliatory Committee that will help to be able to midwife and also compensate all the families and people who have been buried during the course, you know, of this 2023 general election. These and many more are what we're asking for, and also to ensure that we don't have the president-elect come May 29, which is a few days from here. This is why we're here. This is why we'll continue to shout, we'll continue to pray, we'll continue to demand, we'll continue to protest, we'll continue to ensure that we don't curse our country, that we don't steal from whatever treasures it has, that we'll continue to ensure that the dignity of our country is returned by holding our leaders accountable and doing what is right by ourselves too, and showing forth and helping others to see the light and join us as we hold this regime accountable and ensuring that they make sure that they do what is required of them to do. So that's why we're here, and that's why we'll continue to be here. And so right now, since we're on air, I know. Okay, Frank, all right. Okay, since we're here, I'd like us to continue in the same pattern that we have held forth in the last 34 days as we have protested here with anger, with emotions, with accuracy of narrative shaping, to show the world where we are. One more time, I'd like to welcome each and every one of us into the Justice, Festus, Matthias, Zaire, Yusuf, Frank, Justin.
Yeah, I'll call you. We
Victoria,
finish at
and
9 o'clock.
Frank, we can hear you loud and clear.
So I'll call you straight away after that.
Can he mute himself, please? This is live
Frankie,
streamed.
Frank, we're live streaming and we can hear you. Unfortunately, I'm trying to get what's his name now, because I can do that from here. So every one of us, we are welcome here. The INEC's president-select came into the country and we're not sure if he was cloned or is the one, but there are rumors going around about the fact that, yes, Nigeria has become a specialist in cloning people. What do we trust? At some point, yes, it was alleged that the current president was cloned after he left the country for over or close to 100 days. And now we're seeing the repeat of that again happening live before our eyes. Should we keep mute? Should we talk about it? Should we protest against it? What should we do? When our leaders going to sit down at home and attend our hospitals? When they cough, they run to France. When they sneeze, they run to UK. When they have stomach ache, they go to America. When they die, they come back to Nigeria, and we keep asking, are we the graveyard? What's going on? Look at what's happening with Sudan. Our students are there stranded, and the government and its people have not taken any decisive steps to ensure that our people are back. Just like we had in Ukraine, Nigerians are suffering all over the world because of the death of leadership and visionary leaders in Nigeria. What's happening to you? The president does not even address what is going on in Sudan with our people. Yeah, Nigeria is about the only country where people can suffer anywhere in the world without being attended to. For how long are we going to continue this visionless cycle of pain with people who have no clue concerning what and how to attend to our problem, much less understand them? But we're here today. We're going to take the cue today. We're going to keep it within our time cycle and keep it hot and let's keep it, this is a powerhouse where we give information to the world and also show our anger. Yes, we are very angry because we can be anything but what we are right now in Nigeria. Beautiful, strong, energetic people that can practically or are changing the world literally, but in our own home, we have become just second-class citizens, some vagabonds who are taken advantage of by leaders and rulers, ruthless for that matter. Today, we stand against cloning. We come against cloning. We protest against cloning of our leaders into robots who have become inhuman, who do not even attend or feel the pain of the average Nigerians, much less the death that goes on, rampaging in different villages and towns in Nigeria by kidnappers and terrorists and all kinds of vile people who have taken over our forest. Our farmers can't go to farm anymore because they are being kidnapped and dealt with every day without any decisive decision being made by our leaders. This is why we will continue to protest. This is why we'll continue to be angry. This is why we are here. Today, we have some of our leaders here. You have Ndidi who is just trying to go through, the rituals of the immigration right there in the United States. We have Zaire Yusuf and other people here. Please, can you pick up the mic and open up and share? Yes, we have Victoria. Please, can you share some of your anger today? Yes, we have Obielekwa here today too. Yes, let's grab the mic and speak and vent and not relent in good doing, because it has great recompense in its reward. Our reward surely will come and Nigeria will be great again. Our struggle will continue until freedom we need, freedom we seek, and freedom we find. Who is there to take us to a different level here today? I don't see any mic up right now, but leaders are here. So can you grab the mic quickly and let's do the needful as we proceed with these proceedings here tonight.
All right. Let me begin by saying we are not in despair. We are not weak. We are not in the minority. We are not fighting like men who are not sure of a kill. We are fighting like people who have seen victory within grasp. And I must say, it's a very difficult moment. A moment when you will find many people saying, how we wish all of this thing just goes away and everything becomes fine. But I've always told people that the most difficult victory is always more triumphant. When you have it cheaply given, when you just wake up and everything is all right, you will take it for granted, which is what a lot of us have taken for granted, the country. We didn't know what it took to fight for the independence. We didn't know what it took to fight for democracy. We didn't know what people went through who stood against the military. We didn't know all of these things. We read them. Now we are experiencing it. When you feel the pain, you feel, I would want us to take the mountain so that when we look at our bodies, we will see the scars. When we look at our bodies, we will smell the sweat. When we look into each other's eyes, we will remember those dark hours where it was looking as if it's not going to work. And then we can say to ourselves, indeed, we fought bravely. And that is the phase we are in. I will take us back to the Second World War, just before Winston Churchill engaged Hitler. He told them it wasn't a matter of going out and killing the enemy. It was a matter of the decision of saying, even at the point of death, I will never yield to this enemy. And basically, that's the phase we are in. So whatever the case may be, we are holding the fort and we are going to get our mandate. And that applies to every other thing that is not going right. That applies to our sensitivity and our love to our citizens caught up in Sudan. I have seen the evil, I've seen the videos, we have checked, and they are actually real. That you will have a conventional military just picking on any civilian that is of a foreign national and using the most gruesome means to kill them. These men have their weapons, they have their guns, but they will not use it. They bash people's skulls with stones, they machete them, they beat them to death, simply because they want foreigners out of their country. And these are our fellow countrymen being wasted. And what does a messed up government do? Delay until a citizen, one man, makes the sacrifice. So we will continue this. We shall continue this. We will never relent. We shall continue to hold the government accountable. We shall continue to remain charged until we win. And like I've always said, it is not over until the Nigerian people win. And that is our mission. Let me yield the mic at this moment, Mo, and let's pick it up from there. Thank you.